Most of us as parents aren't thinking about our children's expression. They're thinking about expression from the adult world. So for example, the MPAA ratings that we look at, the advisories on music, etc., that we're bombarded with all the time. And as parents, we're constantly looking for, is this appropriate for my child or not? What's coming from our children is not necessarily something that we're looking at all the time. I mean, I like to think that creativity should be open, especially for children, and they should pull from everywhere. And I think that I think artists in general tend to be scavengers, and by that I mean that we don't always write what we know. We don't always, draw from life. And the more creative someone is, the more likely they're supposed to borrow, ironically, from other artists. And at the same time, you do wonder when you're reading work whether or not there's something at the base that's real in this person's experience. And I do think that when someone is responding to something real that's happened in their lives, it's much more likely to potentially serve as a trigger for a real act. No. There's wondering and then there's assumption. And they're two very different things. For example, I don't think anybody who read Richard Condon's novel, The Manchurian Candidate, assumed that he was fantasizing about assassinating a presidential candidate, right? So there's, again, artists pull from and borrow from other people's experiences and other people's stories as much as their own. And so I don't think I'd ever assume that. I might wonder. I'm not suggesting that as individuals we don't have free will. I do think that the degree to which we are responsible for our actions when we are 10 and 11 years old is on a line, and that to a large degree the people whom we are looking to for guidance are partially responsible.